afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your buddy, 14th Prime. And, I'm a man that if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay? So, with me saying that, let me just say that this studio series, Mirage, is way better now that I own it as opposed to listening to reviews. And, a lot of us, we see toys or we see concept art or box art, or we watch MGO or Prime versus Prime or Vault Matrix, Pew, and we see these stories, we listen to them, but ultimately it's our decision whether we want it or whether we don't. Well, I watched all these reviews about Mirage, and what was that, about a year ago when we found out he was coming out? Now, this is my custom mainline because I wasn't going to buy this one. So, as you can see, I took it upon myself to color it and try to make it look as close to Mirage as possible. There's no comparison, like, honestly. I painted the wheels on this one. I, put the paint on this one. This is not mainline. This was the one that, actually, no, he was sold by himself, but I got it for like $9 because back in June or July, I didn't feel like waiting until now to get this one. And also, a lot of people were like, reviews that I've watched, now he does, some of the tabs don't like fully tab in, but I've only transformed them 3 times so far since last night. But messing around with it, and I am one of the guys that reads the reviews. I mean, I read the instructions or whatever. But honestly, I was able to do this without looking at the instructions. He's really not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And so with that being said, I apologize to y'all, or if there was anyone that like heard me say, oh, I don't like the feet, and because I didn't. I did not like what it looked like. But like, again, once you have them in hand, it's a totally awesome toy. Granted, yes, he is licensed by Porsche. He looks screen accurate for the most part. This and this, like, you see what I was going for. I tried, okay? This is going to be donated to some child at church or Goodwill. But there's no comparison. Like, okay, so the transformation for this one, relatively simple. Pop the little arms out, flip that up, separate the feet, spin these out, turn the body around 180, collapse it down, and there's some clearance, but whatever. Come on, pop that back, pop that up, and then the backlights become the front, which was very intuitive. You know what I mean? Like, the cannon is on this little arm right here. But yeah, and so you have Mirage. And again, I painted like lights on it. I painted all that stuff. There's no bend, no elbow bend or whatever. And just like, people were complaining about Studio Series with the doors, and I'll show you there's a fix for that too. But like, then you just have basically the car hanging off of his back. Wasn't a bad figure. I'm not saying that at all. And at $9, it's the closest. Oh, well, whoops. There goes. Get him right. There you go. Yeah, he's not that stubby. But yeah, for $9, if that's what you can afford, I mean, by all means, go for it. He was great. Like I said, I colored that. I colored all that. Then you come to this. This guy blows it out of the water. His cannon does store right underneath the bottom. You can turn the face around, but I just didn't. He rolls wonderfully. Like I said, once you get all the tabs in together, it's a really, really nice looking Porsche. Nowhere's near. Now, it is a lot of clear plastic. A lot of clear plastic. But I thought this was going to be Jazz remold. And no, it's nowhere's near. But for him, just take your gun out the back. Let's move him out of the way. And you separate the back. Get those out of the way. Okay, so you want to flip open the front wheels. Pull that back, and then you can bring the whole chest piece forward. Take the roof, bring it up. And which is awesome because they made the back of the roof look like the back of the car so that it looks like the movie, which is awesome, I think. And then from there, you can just go ahead and work the sides out. And his arms are tucked back there, so you want to clear the door, in which you can take the door, bring that arm out, go from here, move that out the way, turn him, bring that arm out, and the arms are on a triple hinge, so you can bring them all the way up, bring this side. And see, like that's the thing. You got to move some stuff out of the way to get to some stuff. But all in all, it's not bad whatsoever. And you're gonna accordion his waist out, bring that all the way down to here. All right. Now that we got the arms, we can bring it up again. Bring this side up again. Come on. Just rock it up. There you go. And we're almost done. So separate the neck from the back. Fold that in. All that will tuck right behind him. Like so. Now the arms being clear plastic, I'm not really concerned with it. Go ahead and squeeze that together. Spin his whole waist and see like the clearance of the doors. You want to spin that around, but it's really not that bad. Take the feet. You want to flip that foot down. Flip that heel down. Flip that heel down. Now for the side here, you can take the wheels, move them out the way, spin this around, and then you want to spin the door down. There you go. That's a whole lot cleaner. Again, do the same thing on this side. Push the back wheel in, spin this down, spin that door all the way around, and then spin the feet. And there you go. Awesome looking Mirage. And then the cannon goes right over his hand and hides it so it looks like it's the cannon. I'm going to push the chest back together. Boom. Awesome looking figure. Very awesome looking figure. Head turns perfectly with all this in the way. You can have the lights up or down. Yeah. So, and then when you take a look at him side by side with this, okay, let's, there's no comparison. None whatsoever. No comparison whatsoever. And like, it's screen accurate enough. Like with the wheels are behind him. Yeah, let's get him out the way. You no longer belong. He looks good. He looks really, really, really good. Let's get in a little bit closer on him. Like the molded detail, the face is nice. I like how they kept the little like baseball cap to the back part of his head. Everything is what it should be, where it lines up to be. Waist looks amazing. All this is like, to me, close enough screen accurate. And again, I apologize because I said, nah, I'm not doing that one. I'm happy with the one. But this just happened to pop up in Walmart yesterday. Somebody had actually hit it. And I was like, what is it? And like, every time I go to Walmart, there's one hidden somewhere. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet. I've got almost all the rest of them. And from what I was working with before, yeah, you know. So $9, $24. $9 and $1 for the paint, $24. So again, Mirage, I am so sorry. I am so sorry because you really turned out to be a great figure. The transformation is nowhere near as bad as it was made to seem by other reviewers or whatever. And then also another thing was that if you can transform this guy into car mode, if you can transform, reactivate Bumblebee smoothly back and forth, which it took me a few times, but if you can transform him, I figured I definitely wouldn't have a problem doing Mirage, and that's exactly how it went down. Mirage is way simpler. The clearance issues is really nothing. Now, going back into car mode, my only concern with him is that some of the tabs that are supposed to go back in, it's clear plastic. So you just got to be easy. Everything does tab in together nice and smoothly, though. So with that being said, again, Mirage, I'm so sorry for what I put you through and everything I possibly said about you. And then next up, and yes, I do still have Motormaster coming. I promise I do. My son got married. It kind of threw off my schedule. But Motormaster will be, the review for that will be up. Thank you for all 1,000 of you that voted. And like I said, things come up such as this. So after looking at my Mirage, I was like, you know what? Might as well just go ahead and coming soon. Anyway, it's your buddy, 14th Prime. Check out my Mirage stop motion that dropped this morning featuring Pete Davidson. And yeah, y'all enjoy your afternoon.